Hello everyone, welcome to homeschool. And we started with class 8 ICSE chemistry syllabus. We are in the last part of the chapter, that is very basic aspect of the chemistry, law of conservation of mass. Okay, and this law was formulated by the scientist called Lavoisier, and Lavoisier is also called as father of chemistry. Okay, who is Lavoisier? Father of chemistry. Lavoisier is father of chemistry. Remember guys, okay? He has done lots of experiments in the field of chemistry and invented many famous laws, okay? On which the entire chemistry is standing now, okay? So, who is the reason behind the entire, the chemical concepts? Lavoisier, okay? So, he is called as father of chemistry. So he is the one who invented this law of conservation of mass. So first we will try to understand the statement said by Lavoisier. Okay, so what does the statement here? It goes on like this: mass is neither created nor be destroyed during a chemical reaction, but it changes from one form to another. Very important statement. Mass can neither be created nor be destroyed, but you can convert a particular mass from one form to another. Okay, you cannot create extra mass or you cannot destroy extra mass also. Okay, say for example you have a burning candle with you. Okay, burning candle is there. Say I have a candle. Okay, this is a candle and it is burning it. So after some time, what will happen? The size of burning candle decreases, isn't it? Okay, that means did you destroy the mass? Say this particular candle will have some mass, some weight. Yes or no? So after some time the candle's size will decrease. That means did you destroy the mass of this candle? No, what actually happened is the particular, see this much of candle, say I'll draw little near, okay, fine. And this much amount, see the candle has exactly become half of it. What happened to the remaining half of the candle? It has not got destroyed. That particular half has been converted into heat energy. Okay, the so-called heat that you got out of this much of candle is because of this much mass here. It has not destroyed here. Say this much big candle is reduced to this much. That means remaining half, you have not destroyed it. What actually happened was that much amount of candle wax has been converted into one more form of energy called heat energy. So here chemical substance is converted into heat energy. It has not got destroyed. This is what we call law of conservation of mass. Any chemical substance you take during a chemical reaction, the mass cannot be destroyed, cannot be created extra also. Okay, you feel that it has been destroyed, but it has not destroyed. That particular amount would have converted into something else. What is that something else here? Heat energy. Okay, so this much amount of candle has burnt. That means it has converted into heat. Okay, got to know? So this is what the live example for law of conservation of mass. Okay, so whatever you take for a chemical reaction, how much amount you want, you can take it for a chemical reaction. What happens is that particular mass will be converted into some other form or some other energy. You can't destroy the mass or you cannot create extra mass also to the existing one. Okay, so this is what we call law of conservation of mass. It is very important to understand, guys. Okay, so you cannot create extra, you cannot destroy the existing chemical substances, you can only convert them into another form. Okay, so this is what the law says. Say for example, you have A plus B which are reacting. The guys which are reacting are called reactants. Okay, so you should be familiar with the words called reactant and product. So whichever chemical substances you have taken for the reaction are called as reactants. Okay, and the new substances, say for example C and D are new substances formed when A and B reacted. Okay, such new substances are called products. They are called as products. Okay, so A and B reacted and they have completely changed into new substances called C and D. Okay, but say for example, here you have taken 100 grams of A and B. Here you will be getting 100 grams of C and D only. Okay, so the mass cannot be destroyed. Clear everybody? Whatever amount of A and B you have taken, that much amount of C and D only you will get. You will not get extra mass, and existing mass cannot be destroyed. Okay, so this is what we will call law of conservation of mass. Okay, and he has done one small experiment. We will call it as Landau's experiment. Okay, what he has taken is, he has taken H-shaped instrument. What is this called? H-shaped tube or instrument, whatever it is. Okay, and it has got two parts. Okay, first part of a container is filled with sodium chloride, and second part has contained AgNO3. This is one reactant, this is another reactant. Okay, imagine this is your A and this is your B reactants. Okay, so your A is nothing but NaCl solution and B is nothing but AgNO3 solution, and both the solutions are actually colorless one. They don't have any color. They just look like a plain water. Okay, so and this is what he took separately, and you see connection between A and B containers. Yes or no? Say the liquid from here can go to here, the liquid from here can go to here also. When you shake it and when you mix it, you have a chance for mixing. Okay, and he has taken two chemicals, NaCl and AgNO3. See, they are actually the reactants. Okay, and what he has done is he mixed both of them. Okay, after mixing both of them, he has got a new substance. They both have mixed now. That means they have undergone some reaction and a new chemical substances formed. What are they? AgCl and NaNO3. AgCl is nothing but silver chloride. NaNO3 is nothing but sodium nitrate. Okay, so when he mixed sodium chloride with silver nitrate, what he got? Silver chloride and sodium nitrate he has got. Okay, and here silver chloride is obtained in the form of white precipitate. PPT means what? Precipitate. What do you mean by PPT? Precipitate. Precipitate in the sense it is a white color insoluble substance present in water during a chemical reaction. Okay, white color substance which remains insoluble in a liquid. Such a chemical substance that is newly formed out of a chemical reaction is called precipitate. Okay, fine. So here how much ever A and B he has taken, how much ever reactants he has taken, that much of product only has formed here. Only the thing is, these two guys have reacted and they have converted into something else. What is that something else? AgCl and NaNO3. Okay, you see previously he took these two chemicals. Okay, he took certain amount of those chemicals and he mixed it. He got new chemical of same amount. Okay, when he measured the mass of these guys, it was same as that of mass of NaCl and AgNO3. You didn't get extra mass here, and existing mass also did not destroy. Clear everybody? So whatever amount of NaCl and AgNO3 he has taken, that much amount of AgCl and NaNO3 has formed. Extra thing is not formed, and existing one did not die also. Okay, so this experiment proves the law of conservation of mass. Okay, so when he took NaCl and AgNO3 as the reactant separately, he mixed both of them. He has got some new products, AgCl and NaNO3, in the form of white PPT, and the mass remained same as that of reactants. Okay, so here mass of reactants, whatever amount he has taken for the reaction, no, the same amount of new products have been formed. That is why we have written mass of reactant is equal to mass of product. Okay, so this is what we call law of conservation of mass. Okay, and you can do the experiment with another set of reactants also. Say for example, when you take barium chloride and when you combine with sodium sulfate, okay, these are your reactants, you will actually get white PPT, that is barium. This is your white PPT. Okay, along with that NaCl you will get, 2 NaCl you will get. Okay, say the mass of reactants, how much ever he took, that much amount of products should be formed. Say if you are taking one atom of barium, one atom of barium only should be there in a product. Extra barium cannot be created, existing barium cannot be destroyed also. This is what the core intention of the law. Okay, so here you have taken one atom of sodium. In products, one atom of sodium only is there. No, you don't have 2 atoms of sodium, you don't have half atom of sodium. Only thing is, here sodium is there as sodium chloride, but here sodium is there as sodium nitrate. Yes or no? One atom of sodium you took, one atom of sodium only is there in a new substance. Extra sodium is not created, but form has changed. Here sodium is there as sodium chloride and here sodium is there as sodium nitrate. That is the meaning. Now you read the definition. Mass is neither created nor destroyed, but can be changed from one form to another. Okay, so one more. Here silver is there in the form of silver nitrate, but here silver is there in the form of silver chloride. Yes, one silver you took for the reaction, one silver only reappeared, no, in the product. Okay, extra silver has not appeared, one silver only is there. Okay, but silver is there in another form. It was there in the form of nitrate, but here it is there in the form of chloride. Okay, so that is what we call law of conservation of mass. Okay, so with this we have completed the chapter, explained every concept in a very detailed way, and if you have any queries you can post it in a comment box. We will try to give the answers. Thank you so much. If you like our concept, please like the video, share and subscribe our channel for more updates.